The meaning of the movie. Author Orpheus on Reading 5 minutes published 15.12. 2019 updated 14.12. 2022. In 1974, Andrei Arsenyevich Tarkovsky's most confessional film, The Mirror, was released, having previously been famous for the movie Stalker. Received in the bayonet by the Soviet authorities, it became a box office winner in Italy and France. Unusual for domestic cinematography. Look at shooting and editing. Unpopular topics touched on in the story caused misunderstanding in the Union. Perhaps it was The Mirror that became the starting point for the director in his decision to emigrate. What the movie is about. Teenager Ignat watches a documentary program on TV, where a doctor treats a guy with a severe stutter. The scene is the prologue of the movie. The following actions of the movie take place in different time intervals, the memories of the main character Alexei. The viewer does not see the narrator himself, or except for his childhood years and adolescence. On his deathbed, the hands of the dying Alexei are seen, and again, only his voice. His dreams and memories are mostly related to his childhood, his relationship with his mother, his ex-wife Natalia and his son Ignat. He was the one watching TV in the opening scene. Childhood memories are related to the pre-war time and the war that the protagonist experienced with his mother and sister in the ancestral home. These visuals are full of unhurried peacefulness. Documentary footage of World War II, the launch of stratostats in 1934, the Spanish Civil War in the late 30s, the conflict with China in 1969, and poems by the director's father Arseny Tarkovsky are woven into the film's timeline. The final scene shows a cozy, quiet dialogue between the parents about their newborn son. The picture shows only a few fleeting episodes with the father. The main actors are the mother and wife, who are similar to each other, like a mirror reflection. The meaning of the movie. In Mirror laid several important themes: intrafamily relations, psychological characteristics of a person, political overtones, which prevented the film from being released in large circulation. Relationship with his mother. Tarkovsky himself spoke about the film as an autobiographical material. A huge layer of the plot is addressed to the director's mother Maria Ivanovna, or Maria Nikolaevna in the film, to the analysis of their relationship. Through the protagonist there is an attempt to reconcile with childhood offenses, fears. The prologue with the stuttering boy, the title of the episode is I Can Speak, symbolically begins the master's confession. Andrei Arsenyevich confesses that he is eternally indebted to his mother, who devoted her life to her children. The author portrays a strong woman with careless beauty. Here she nonchalantly cuts a rooster, here she sells the family earrings, so as not to starve to death. And all this against the background of eternal and silent waiting for her father, who left the family long before the war. At the same time, the war events, or the documentary part of the movie, mirror the entire life of the narrator and his family. Psychoanalysis. What is happening is seen through the eyes of the protagonist, like a reflection in a mirror. He sees himself in the world around him. Mother and wife have the same face. This is how Alexei perceives them, and therefore his memory confuses their images. Every event in history is an interpretation of our consciousness. And close people are reflected in the same way by what we live. In The Mirror, the narrator's own fate became a projection of his son's life. Ignat and Alexei in their youth resemble twins, and his relationship with his mother was transferred to Natalia, which loops the author's thoughts and mental experiences. Political mode. Maria Nikolaevna rushes to the printing house where she works to correct a mistake. The typo could cost the lives of several of the woman's colleagues. Finding out that the trouble has passed, there is no mistake, one of the workers has a nervous breakdown. Portraits of the leader and those close to him are pasted all over the printing house. The fear of missteps threatens imminent retribution, which is well known to everyone. Mirror, one of the first movie works that showed the true relationship with the authorities in the 30s. The meaning of the finale. The serenity of the episode with the young, loving parents of the main character alternates with shots of an aged mother hurriedly walking through the same field with her two small children. Field life, which began as romance, becomes daily hard work, exhausting everyday life. Where the woman, without noticing the counting of time, still carries the burden of responsibility for already grown up, but for her they are little children. These images flashed in Alexei's memory before his death. The doctor explains the rapid deterioration of well-being with the usual things: memory, conscience. The viewer saw the beginning and the end of life, and between them a mirror of misunderstandings, quarrels, offenses, but at the same time maternal love and humanity. Tarkovsky said that with this movie he'd straightened himself out, turned his soul inside out. Let the author's revelation was not to everyone's taste, but, to quote his words, creativity is a deed. And that means an action that makes the viewer think and scrutinize the mirror of his life.